Okie dokie. All right, peeps. We got day 3 of 30 days of feeling. Oh, man, I'm feeling so good today. I want to start us off with just checking this out. This is part of the reason that I feel so freaking good. I just got this new drum. That was probably my coolest riff yet. Yeah. Right on. Cool. Wow, what a joy. Shout out to Amazon. And that whoever made that, appreciate you. What a joy. I also think it's cool. This is just a random little bit of information, but it's just so cool that someone made that and they don't know that I'm enjoying it, but I really am. So I think that's neat. Just goes to show how connected we are. As for today, peeps, we got 30 days of feeling day 3. And again, for a lot of these days, I'm just going to start with like a question, how I feel about something, and just move into other things just to get the ball rolling. I feel like there were so many ways in which I thought about how I could do this 30-day series. One of them was, I have like 60 like poems that I wrote that are like feeling related that I thought would evoke a lot of emotion, but I feel like that just like might be a little bit too abstract. I just want to keep it really simple. So I just started with today, how do I feel about myself physically, like in my body right now? And wrote some things, and I'm gonna read what I wrote, and then I'm gonna kind of move into all like just what's here. And I just want you to practice the same. Maybe a little bit of writing. If you have a journal, I recommend it. And there's a 30 days of journaling video series. I recommend that too. But yeah, and just get into how I feel. I just want to, the goal of this exercise is that at the end of me sharing how I feel better. I just want to feel better. Like, I feel really good already, but why not feel better? And for a lot of you, if you feel good, let's feel better. So 30 days of feeling, day 3. How do I feel about myself physically in my body? Today, I feel fantastic. I started my day with like 2.5 hours of basketball, burned a ton of calories, spent the whole morning outside, and finished it off with some fresh orange juice. So good. Oh. And a bath. Yes. And an omelet. And sometimes what I do in the bath is I like watch I record a lot of the games of basketball I play. I'm just like watch myself back to see if I can improve or what I thought I did well. Da, 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 da. But honestly, just this whole season of physical activity for me has been outstanding. And I'd say this season started in February of this year. So it's been February, March, April, May, June, July. About 6 months of me being consistent for the first time in a very long time. Like 2.5, 3 years of me being in a place where I just didn't feel that good in my body. Felt really exhausted. Everything felt hard. Everything felt tiring. Everything felt exhausting. Everything felt forced. Nothing felt fun. Yeah, I feel really good now, so that's cool. But yeah, so it's been outstanding. I'm holding 215 pounds. Yeah. Feeling solid and improving daily. It feels good to be 30 years old. 30-year-old body. With that said, I feel I could spend some more time stretching, doing yoga, mobility work, just to keep up, just to keep my body in tuned. And what else do I feel? I feel like I have really been on the path this year with my fitness and my diet. I feel like I've really found a flow that works for me. I've been keeping my weight very steady, but I've been increasing muscle mass. And that makes sense to me. It feels like I'm bringing a lot of the things that I did when I was a bodybuilder, when I was like a full-time athlete, all that stuff. I'm bringing those disciplines back. And the word is discipline. I feel really disciplined. I feel like my discipline is increasing very slowly. And what I find is that when I increase my discipline very slowly, Graham, really good things happen for us. We always evolve in a really beautiful way. Physically, our body always moves and manifests in the most aesthetically pleasing way, simultaneously with like the actual, I can back it up, strength and speed and agility and quickness and mobility and all the things that I need to feel healthy, to feel mobile, to feel dangerous. I feel strong. So I just wanted to give you a huge pound in the back, bro, because I know how exhausted you were after that 30-mile race in San Diego. And that was in 2020. I ran a 30-mile race, and afterwards I just like kind of lost motivation and inspiration to do training at all. I took the next full year off. I didn't do anything. I ate whatever I wanted. I did whatever I wanted, and I barely went to the gym, maybe like a handful of times in a year, which for me up until that point was super uncommon. I'm someone that has like been bred in the gym, live in the gym. So it feels really, really good to come back to it this year on my own terms, to come back to it this year, and inspiration to come back to it this year. And here's some of the biggest things. I feel good in my body, but no more caffeine, no more pre-workouts, no more pumping myself up with like all these like man-made things, like synthetic things. Like everything that I'm eating is all whole foods. It's good stuff. It's the best I can get my hands on. I'm going to the gym and I actually want to be there. I'm going in like with a purpose, with intention. I hired a basketball coach. I'm working with him once a week to push myself, and I'm just really enjoying this season of getting myself back in the game and being disciplined enough to really make myself feel strong and connected and healthy. And I feel like I look really good. I look really good for the work that I've been putting in. I feel like I look really good in general. And I know that with the continuous work that I'm doing, it's just going to continue to, my body's going to continue to transform in ways that I really enjoy it. And I'm definitely someone who enjoys the look of a nice physique. I really like that. It's something that I loved when I was bodybuilding. I love that part. It was one of my favorites. It means a lot to me. And I just like the way certain clothes fit and feel strong. As a man, I want to feel strong. I want to feel powerful. I want to feel connected to my body. That's like a major source of strength. It's not necessarily something that I need to like flex at all times on people. That's not what I'm trying to do. For me, it's just like, it feels good to feel strong and feel connected to my body and feel fucking jacked and beast, all that jazz. It just feels amazing. So I feel in my body, I feel physically, I feel some of the best I ever felt in my life. And I think I feel mentally about how I feel physically the best I've ever felt in my life. I've never been in a place before where I was so open and so relaxed while pushing myself so hard. And I feel like that's a really important piece of the pie for me, is not burning out. And not burning out because I'm understanding the long-term game I'm playing. I'm bringing people in that can help me, different types of trainers to push me and take me to the next level. But also managing my workload so that I don't put myself in a position where I'm not enjoying it at all. Because the moment that I do that, it's just not going to hit as hard, and I'm going to lose interest. And I don't want that. I want to continue to grow and expand and evolve. So I feel in my body physically some of the best I ever felt. I look great. I feel great. The only thing that I know I need to tune up is, first and foremost, I have like a major reaction to coffee. I have some sort of allergic reaction to it, and it really flared up my eczema, which I have on my arms a little and behind my knees a little. I'm not gonna get up and show you, but it's there. And I'm really looking forward to working past that and moving past it and really healing my skin. That's one of the major goals I have for myself this year, is just like by the end of the year, just look at my skin and just not see any eczema. Because obviously what that means is that my body is stressed out in some capacity. So for as good as I feel, just goes to show there's still things that can be shifted and changed and transformed. And that feels great. So I really encourage all of you to answer this question really honestly. I think if I asked myself this question, how do I feel myself physically, like 8 months ago, I would have felt like, okay, I mean, I'm back in the gym. I'm back in the gym energy, versus like, no, I'm evolving, I'm elevating, I'm going to like the highest place I've ever been. So that just feels so good. And I feel like it's really important for me to be honest with myself about what I need to do to change or what I need to transform. And I feel like for me right now, it's way less sugar. I have a lot of sugar in my diet. It's really good. I love it. But I think I need to cut that down. More fats, more protein, eat more keto-ish. And I know that will, as a start, that will help with my skin. So that's where I'm at today. I just want to share that. How do I feel about my body? I feel amazing. I feel like it's such a wonder, and I'm so grateful, and it's worked so well for me, and it continues to do great things, and I'm just really thankful. So feeling really thankful today. I'm feeling blessed. Beautiful Saturday, playing basketball this morning. Gonna go to the gym maybe later, lift a little, hit the sauna, get ready for this upcoming men's retreat next week, and just like flow and get a haircut on Tuesday. I'm ready for that. I'm gonna get a trim, and then this will be the last trim I get before I cut it off and do something different. So I'm looking forward to new seasons. I can feel it. And this is just a check-in with myself. It's so important to know that these videos aren't about me having breakthroughs every video or breakthroughs every session. It's about practicing communicating with myself so that I can really hear myself, you know, Graham. Like, I know that we've really had issues with our skin, and it really sucks sometimes, and it's itchy, and it sometimes has ruined my sleep. And it's a symbol that my body needs attention from me, and needs love from me, and needs compassion and care from me. And by not honoring that, I'm not honoring myself. So I'm just committed to that. So I'm gonna do more good things to help it. And I really encourage you to be honest with this question as well, as how do you feel about your body? And if you're overweight, if you're unhealthy, if you know you need to change, whatever it is, do it slowly, do it gradually, and let the results happen let the results happen from the action that you're taking compounded over time versus the idea of how it's supposed to be instantaneously. I think if you can get your head wrapped around that very, very long-term game, it's just gonna make it way more fun, and there's no place you can't come back from. So wishing you the best if you feel amazing, wishing you the best if you feel like you could make some improvements so you feel okay, and wishing you the best if you feel like shit in your body. If you feel like shit in your body, make some changes. If you feel okay in your body, make some changes. If you feel good in your body, make some changes or not. Be good, be safe. I appreciate you all. I hope that this was helpful. And again, I'm just practicing communicating with myself. This is just humanity 101 over here. So wishing you the best today, peeps. Presence, peace, and power be with you. You already know. Legends, find a way.